G'day guys, somebody asked a very interesting question on my mini thermal printer video. They wanted to know roughly what temperature does the thermal paper expose at, and also they mentioned it might be possible to get high resolution fingerprints just by pressing your finger on a hot plate. So I've got my little USB-C hot plate. This is for reflowing or reballing little PCBs. I've got it set to 120 degrees Celsius. That isn't the minimum required to set off thermal paper, but I found that's a sweet spot for getting nice quality transfers. So I'll just show you it is on. And I'll change the exposure. There we go. So you can see there it does set it off. I do another one. There we go. So 120 degrees is the sweet spot I found. I've tried a few things. I've tried coins. Just 10 cent, 20 cent coins, that works pretty well. You're able to get the traces of a PCB just because of the different thermal properties. So really anything that has varying thermal properties, it'll show a fairly good image of. So for this, you can't see it, but there are some traces under the board, and they did show up fairly okay. I also wanted to try a key. I'm not sure how well this will work, but we'll give it a go. But we'll start with the fingerprints, just because that's what the question was. So if you have very clean fingers, you won't get a very good image. You do want a very thin film of natural oil on it. So if you've washed your hands recently, you'll get a bad image. So I found the first time I did it, was late at night after a long day's work before I showered, and I rubbed my hands in my hair, and that got a very, very fine amount of oil. And that worked pretty well, so we'll try it again. It is very hot, it's 120 degrees, so you got to be careful. But that didn't turn out too bad. You can sort of see it at the top. Change the exposure. So you can sort of see the fingerprints. Again, I haven't tried with vegetable oil or anything, but I found if you don't wash your hands sort of an hour before doing this, you get a good few prints. I'll do it again. So the thumb, it still exposes after you've taken it off the heat. So that's not too bad. Do another one. Not too bad again. I think that's the best one I've done today. I will show you the best one I did the other day. It's like something from CSI. It's very, very cool. It's those three fingers there. You can see it. So yeah, that was definitely the best fingerprint I've done. I've also tried PCBs. As you can see, the little traces show up. That's pretty cool. Some other ones from the other night. This is a little IC, QFP. Didn't show up very well. I was hoping to see, I don't know, something, maybe the laser etching, but it didn't really show up. I did get the allocating marker, I guess you'd call it. There, the locating dot. More thumbprints, which didn't turn out too well. This is a higher temperature, not too good. We turned it down as well, didn't get as good as a result. I've got some more here from the other day. So coins, so 20 cent coin, I think they came out pretty well. The Queen's Head as well. That one was too hot and too long. Not hot enough, so we turned it down to 110 and 100, and yeah, not very good. That's the little PCB I showed earlier, that one there. So you can sort of make out some details. Not too bad. And we did a lot of them, so more coins. This one here, we physically pressed down a bit too hard. You can see it's embossed. And this went black, so no good. There is some trial and error. That one turned out really well. Happy with that one. That was a 5 cent coin. Again, bit too hot, bit too hard. Not hot enough, not hard enough. Found the best result was just using your thumb to imprint on the coin. If you use like a sponge or something else, it evenly presses everything, and you just end up with a pure black image like that. You don't get any of the details. So if you want to try this at home, you definitely want to try with, yeah, not a sponge, just your thumb. So I'll show you how to do a coin. We tried a few different methods. We tried paper and then coin on top. Not that good. The best one was to put the coin on top. So It's a bit dirty coin. I didn't bother cleaning it, but that should be fine. So you just put it on top, and you want to heat it up a little bit. Refocus on it. And again, you want the thermal side down, like that. Don't do it that way. So we'll try a quick one now. I don't think it's hot enough. So again, sort of like that. That wasn't too bad. Oh, sorry, change the exposure. Oops, make sure we can see it. So the coin's not quite hot enough, but you did get some detail. So we'll try another one. This does burn your finger, so yeah, but I haven't found a better method yet. That one's pretty good. Yeah, it's quite nice. So they do get better as it gets hotter. So you do get some pretty cool imprints. I haven't tried a key yet, so I do want to try just my old house key. Let's flick that off. That is obviously a very hot coin, so be careful with that. I'm not sure the best way to do this, maybe like that. Thermal paper is very cheap. It's around 30 to 50 cents for roughly 10 meters of this this thickness on eBay. So it's not too expensive. Could be a good little experiment for school holidays, maybe. Just heating the key up a little bit. I do want to try a heat source from above, not a heat gun, just because that'll be too hot, but maybe a halogen light, or a camera flash tube, one of those disposable cameras. They get quite hot. I think that might give you a really good crisp image without a hot plate. So we'll see if the key's hot enough. So again, nothing on the paper. And, oops, just press it. A little bit too quick on that one. Try a little bit longer. I'm just getting the imprint, like the emboss. It's not actually hot enough yet. I guess the key does have a pretty high thermal mass, so it'll take a while to heat up. I might tear the sheet off here, because it's getting a bit long. Move that out of the way. So starting with a fresh piece again. Starting to get there. I wonder if this will do a high enough resolution image or high enough quality image that you could theoretically, cut your own key just using an imprint. People have done 3D prints of a key from a photograph, so this should be possible as well. So that's a nice quality image. Very hot key though. Sort of starts burning your finger after a while. Try a few more. So that's not too bad. So there's definitely, it's definitely interesting. In the future, I will get a few different heat sources, like the halogen as mentioned, or maybe an old flash tube. Anything that gets hot, and I'll do some tests to see if you can, image, I guess, things using that. Maybe even an overhead transparency, and use that to create like a photo mask, and then use the heat to expose it. I think that'd be pretty interesting as well. I'll flick that off. I will show you the PCB. We'll do the side with the silk screen. See if that shows up. Again, it takes a little bit to heat up, but I know it's annoying. I keep changing the exposure, but I have to change it because of the white balance. So yeah, the key turned out pretty well, I think. I'm pretty happy with that. But I think the best one so far was today's 10-cent coin. I am pretty happy with how that came out. Nice and crisp. It's a little bit embossed, but that's not what did it. It was definitely the heat. I've also noticed that laser toner, so if you get laser prints, you can sort of transfer the print over. That's because of the thermal properties. I don't have any laser printed paper on hand, but it'll be interesting to see for a future video as well. I'll do a follow-up. But that was pretty interesting too. I may have the one from yesterday, if I can find it. I think that's it there. So that was the barcode from Just a printout on a piece of just regular A4 printer paper in a laser printer. So yeah, you can sort of make out the barcode. Wasn't as crisp, but I would like to explore that further. And then obviously the thumbprint at the end. So this circuit board should be quite hot now. So I'll just go back over some blank stuff at the start of it, so not waste too much paper. So a little bit okay. Try again. You can sort of make out the letters, but not really. Make it a little bit hotter. You know it's hot enough when it starts to burn your thumb. Again, don't use a sponge. It does just go all black, but I'm sure there's going to be a decent item that does work for stamping. You can sort of make out the traces on that, but not too clear. Try again. Yeah, not the best on this one. It's very hot though. It's definitely burning my thumb. If you have any more ideas of things that you want me to try or any other things you want to see, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching.